Hello everyone, I'm Sajil and I'm currently working as an account manager here at Optmyzr. In today's webinar, we'll be talking about one of the most important aspects of PPC management, which is reporting. As you all know that reporting can help you analyze how your account has been performing, help identify improvement opportunities, and also make better business decisions. And for that, we'll be taking a look at the new experience in Optmyzr. So for the users who have already tried out Optmyzr reporting, you might be familiar with the old reporting designer, but we have also launched a new reporting designer, which is far more flexible and is more interactive and is more agile. So I'll be walking you through this new designer today, and let's get started. So I have prepared this presentation and I'll quickly walk you through the agenda of this session. So the first thing that we'll be taking a look at is why you should use Optmyzr for reporting. Then we'll take a look at some instant reports that you can use, followed by how you can create single and multi-account reports from scratch. And then we'll take a look at some interesting features that you can try out in our reporting. And finally, we'll take a look at some upcoming features in Optmyzr reporting. So let's get started with the first one, which is why should you use Optmyzr for reporting? As you all know that creating reports could be time consuming. So to help you with that, the way Optmyzr report works is you just have to create a template where you would add all the widgets, all the settings that you wanted, and this template can be used for across multiple accounts. So you can consider this as a reusable template across multiple accounts. So let's say if I go ahead and create a template in Google Ads account A, that would be available for me to use in Google Ads account B as well. So you don't have to different reports for modify different templates for these reports. That's the first benefit. Coming to the second benefit, you can also go ahead and create a multi-account report, which would cover data from various platforms like Google Ads, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Google Analytics, all in one report. And once you create such reports, you can also schedule them and send it out to your clients, and they will be sent it out on the frequency which you give in the automation. So that's the benefit of using Optmyzr reports. Now coming to the next section, which is getting started with some instant reports. So to go ahead with that, I'll quickly move on to the Optmyzr reporting platform. So I'm currently under Optmyzr reports and I have opened create and edit reports option here. So in this window, reporting window, you would see there are a bunch of options that you can try out for reporting, such as annual reports, instant reports, creating and editing report, multi-account reports, followed by checking out your schedules using the scheduled report option, etc. So I'll just quickly show you what all sections we have under instant reports. Instant report have been divided into three sections here, which is monthly report, general, and account audits. And these are further divided. For example, in monthly report, you can get a report with conversion value data, or with conversion data only, or without conversion data. And in general reports, you can create account summary for 14 days, 30 days, or you can also go ahead and create one Google Analytics performance report, and you can create some audits as well, audit reports as well. And we also have a section for annual report. So here you would see two sections, which is executive annual reports and detailed annual reports. So as 2022 is about to end, you will also see an option pretty soon. I think it would be launched on 1st Jan 2023. You would see an option for annual reports 2022. So you can go ahead and create them and send it out to your clients as well. And the sections in which these reports are divided are the same, like conversion with conversion value data, with conversion data, without conversion data. There is one interesting option which is for e-commerce. So I'll quickly walk you through this one and show you how an instant report looks like. So I'll just load this. As I've already preloaded this, I'm just shifting the tab here. And this is how the executive annual report would look like. And this is for e-commerce. So you can see this is the cover photo, like you can add cover image here. So this can be customized here. Then you would see the cover page where you would have the details about this report, like who created it, etc., followed by some widgets like KPI widget, which would give you information about the performance matrices you want to add, followed by some widgets from our insight tools such as the PPC investigator. And you can add a lot of widgets like performance by devices, performance by networks, performance by demographics. And you could also refer to this index page here if you want to go on to the certain section. For example, product groups with the highest conversion value. So in e-commerce report, this could be a very good widget to add. So that's how you can add it. And these are the bunch of various options that you can add, but you can always go ahead and customize this report as well. So if you click on this option, you can remove, add, modify any widgets that you want. And once, let's say if this report makes sense for you and you want to send it out, you can use the reporting actions here. So these are the actions that are available here, such as emailing the report, downloading it in a PDF, downloading it in an Excel format, or generating a report link. And here you would find the option for scheduling the report. So I'll just quickly walk you through how you can schedule one report. Based on the reporting schedule here, you have four options. First is the setting frequency. So you can give the frequency of your choice. Maybe you want to send it out on first of every month, or maybe first of every week, and you can change the date from here. And this is the time slot in which you want the report to get sent out to your clients or to yourself. And you can also select the report format. Do you want it as a PDF attachment or an email interactive link? You can do that as well. And you can also give the PDF attachment a name. So right now we have used dynamic insertion here, like account ID and date. So as you can see the sample here, it would be, this is the account ID name and this is the date you're creating the report on. But if you want, you can also add some static text here as well. That is also possible. And in the third step, you can give the recipient's email addresses here, like yours, your colleagues, or your clients. And you can also go ahead and change the subject or the email body, like, hi there, I'm sending this report on behalf of XYZ agency, and this is a report for account ABC, just an example. So you can do that as well. This is completely customizable. And followed by the last option, which is advanced settings. So this is one interesting option. Here you can give the system criteria, like if clicks are maybe greater than a certain value, let's say 0. If clicks are greater than 0, then only send this report. So that is also possible. This kind of customization is also possible. So that's how you can simply use instant reports. So I'll quickly jump back to the slides, and the next thing we want to take a look at is creating some single account Google Ads report and some multi-account reports. So I'll quickly jump back again, and I'll show you how you can create one report from scratch. So this is the same page, reports, create and edit reports, and this is where you would find the option. So here you would find all the templates that you create. So, and every time you create a template, it will start appearing here, and you can easily preview it, edit it, and check out the various options that we have, like scheduling it, duplicating, renaming, etc. And in the schedules page, if you click on this option, you can check out the reporting schedules that you have created, and history would show you how these reports have been sent out. So you can take a look at that as well. You can also use the filter option here if you want to see data by a certain type of account, like you want to see reporting templates for Microsoft ads or the ones that were created today or last week. You can do that as well. You can also search for a template using the search option here. This use a pre-built template. This is the same option which you saw earlier here under reports and instant reports. So this would load the same instant reporting templates, and this is where you can go ahead and create a report from scratch. So I'll just quickly show you how you can create one. If you go ahead and create a single account report, so the benefit here would be single account report can be created for Google Ads and Microsoft at this moment. And the benefit would be, let's just like I mentioned earlier, if I go ahead and create a template named ABC in Google Ads account A, it can be used for Google Ads account B as well. So you can use this option to create templates that are working across multiple Google Ads, across a single account, but can be used across multiple accounts. So I'll just give it a test name. So as I've already loaded this page in a different tab, so I'll just quickly shift to that page and show you how the reporting designer looks like. So this is a demo reporting template that I have loaded, and this is how the new reporting designer looks like. This has been divided into 3 sections. On the left hand side you can add widgets, in the center you would find the preview, and on the right hand side you would find the settings. Now coming to the benefits of the new designer, first benefit would be, like, if you go ahead and add widgets here, you can add multiple widgets all at once. Like if I click here and try to add multiple widgets, this can be done directly using the new designer. However, in the old designer you have to add it one by one. So that's one benefit of using the new designer. Coming to the second benefit, which is the center preview. So if I go ahead and add multiple widgets here, they would be loaded in the dynamic preview, and if you make changes from the right hand side from the settings, you can easily see the changes coming on the center preview. So in the old designer, you would have to edit it and click on preview option here and then view the whole report with the changes. But right now, if you make any changes to any certain widget, that would be redirected here on the center preview page. That's another benefit here. Before diving deep into these features, I just quickly want to highlight some features that are available on the top as well. So you can easily rename your template using this edit option here. So if you want, you can edit the name here. And you would also find this question mark icon here. So this is our help icon. So if you're stuck at any point, you can use this option, and this would give you more resources around the tool you are working on. So right now I'm under the Optmyzr reporting tool, so it will give me help articles and video tutorials. For example, you can take a look at this introduction to new report designer help video tutorial, and you could also find the help article related to this new designer. And if you still have any questions, you can reach out to us at support. So that was the question mark help icon. We have also given the option to switch back to the old designer. So if someone wants to still work on the old designer or wants to try it out, you can always switch back to the old designer. Now coming to the report selectors. So these are the global selectors that would work across all of the widgets, and they have been divided into accounts and date ranges. So in this account selection, you can go ahead and select the campaigns or the accounts that you want to select. So in CS1, I have already selected all campaigns for my Google Ads Optmyzr account, but I'll just quickly show you how you can add more accounts here and more account selectors. So you just have to click on this plus option here, and here you can easily see data. So right now, as I've opened a single account report, it's just showing me data for one account, which is Optmyzr, and the various segregations that are possible in under this account. So I can select campaigns by label, Optmyzr label, or by platform label, or by campaign as well. So if I want to select single campaign only, I can do that as well, and a new account selector will be added here. And same thing goes for date ranges. You can also add date ranges here as well. For example, DR1 is selected as last month, you can edit it, and the DR2 is month before last, but I'll quickly show you how you can add a new one as well. So these are the various options that are available. We have divided them into certain sections, like last n days would give you last 30 days, last 14 days, etc. Month would give you this month, last month, month before last, and days would give you today, yesterday, and we also have business uh, options like this year, this quarter, etc. And you would find certain other options here as well. And we also have given a custom date range option, so you can also add any custom date range that you want directly from here. So you just have to select, maybe let's say 2021 1st December till 2022 1st December. So that's how you can add a date range here as well. And finally, we also have an option for calculated metrics. So in case someone wants to create certain matrices, like maybe just to give you an example, an option for ROAS. So you can easily go ahead and say ROAS here, and to add that, you will have to give a value, like what the expression for this ROAS. So it would be like total conversion value by cost. So the reason why I added it in this way, like total conversion value with C capital and V capital, so there is a denotion for each metric, and only certain matrices are available at this moment to create a calculated metric. So if you like want to create calculated metrics, you can reach out to us at support@optmyzr.com. They can help you with a list of all the matrices that are available at the moment and what are their denotions. So if you write it like conversion value, our tool won't be able to read it, so you would have to give the correct denotion, which would be something like this, and save it. You just have to define, is it a currency percentage number? So I'll just say number. So in this case, it's saying that the conversion value is incorrect, so I won't be able to save it. So you would have to give the correct denotion for that. So you can reach out to us at support@optmyzr.com, and we will be happy to help you with that. And these were the global selectors. Now coming on to the next section, like we also have given an option for labels. So in certain cases, like just like I mentioned earlier, you could also add Optmyzr label here. So if you want to create Optmyzr label, you can use this page and add all the campaigns that you want into that label. And this is the save, like once you make any changes, you can go ahead and save the report, and preview would give you the entire report preview. So these were some basic settings here. Jumping back to the main section here, which is adding widgets and showing them on the preview. So right now I have selected this cover page, and the settings which you see here on the right hand side are for the cover page. So this would include like adding top logos, bottom logos, or maybe changing the reporting titles, or adding report subtitles, account name, company name, etc. And you can also white label this report. So if you want, you can also hide Optmyzr logo, and it would just give you complete freedom. Like you can easily white label this report and use it with your own branding. And we also have an interesting option for dynamic insertion here. So as you can see here, that we have added report subtitle to be dr1, which is in curly brackets. So we have dynamically entered date range 1. So dr1 is the date range you had selected here last month. So this, the value that you see here is dr1, which has been dynamically populated. So you can do that for different date ranges here as well, like maybe dr2, and you can do the same for account selector as well. So account selector or the CS selector that you see here, we have also populated it dynamically, AC1, which you see here. So these dynamic insertions are also possible. And you can also take a look at the styles. Like if you want full page image that we saw earlier in our instant report, you can add full page image and footer image as well. So that was the cover page. Now I'll quickly jump onto the left hand side and try to add some widgets and show you how uh, these widgets would look like. So when you click on the add widget option here, we have divided it into certain sections like general widgets, which would include title widget, subtitle widget, text image widget, etc. And then we have Google Ads, and then we have Google Analytics. So right now you only see these platforms because we have selected a single account report. But if I go ahead and select a multi-account report, the options would increase, like Facebook, Amazon, etc. So under the Google Ads widget, you can try out the bunch of widgets we have. Like we have some interesting tables, charts, data insights that are from insight option here, and certain audits as well. So I'll just quickly add some widgets like KPI, top elements, as I have already added them on, as you can see in the preview behind. I have already added them, but I'll just quickly show you how you can add more widgets. So these are tables, some charts. You can add anything that makes sense for you, like segment trend chart if you want to add that. Data insights like BBC Investigator, Geo Heat Map, quality score tool. You can add that as well. As I have already added them, I'll just show you how they look like. So once you add them in bulk, all of these widgets would get populated in the center, as you can see here. And if you want to modify anything regarding related to a certain widget, you can click on it, and the settings on the right hand side would load up accordingly. So I'll just quickly jump back to the KPI widget. As you can see here in the title, I have used dynamic insertion. So dynamic insertion is also possible in the title of the widget. So I have added KPIs DR1. So maybe you can edit it to say KPIs summary for DR1. So it would say KPI summary for uh, November 1st to November 30th. So if I go ahead and save it, this would get updated if I go ahead and preview it. I have already previewed it. So yeah, as you can see here, KPI summary for 1st November to 30th November. So that's how you can easily use dynamic insertion in the title of a widget as well. And you can always go ahead and change the settings of this widget as well. So right now we are looking at all campaigns. So this is another cool benefit of using the new reporting designer. So earlier you would have to go and edit. If you have used, let's say, all campaigns, and you want to modify that, maybe you only want to use certain campaigns. In that case, in the old designer, you would have to go back on the top and modify the account selector. But in this case, you can do it directly from the widget. So this would be respected in this widget only. So if you make any changes here, this the data would be changed for this widget only, and you can do the same for different widgets. So it's not global. So that's a very good advantage of using this option here, which is use different campaign. And let's say you want to select a certain campaign only, like this one. So this would get updated dynamically here, and the data would change accordingly. So as this campaign didn't have any data, that's why we are seeing zeros here. But yeah, that's how you can quickly change a campaign selector. Same thing goes for date range as well. You can also change date range directly from here. Like maybe you want to select this quarter, so this would get updated here as well. So that's how you can easily change it. And you can also add like columns that you want to see. That option is also possible. You can select that as well. And so these settings for this tool, they would change according to the widget that you have selected. And you can also make quick changes here. Like as you can see, you can always start a new page, or you can also move these widgets in an order. Like let's say you want top elements to be on the top of your report, so you can easily drag and drop it to the top. I'll say after the cover page. So that's how you can easily change the location of that widget. And if you want to duplicate it, you can use this option. Same thing goes for delete. If you want to delete certain widget, you can do that as well. One interesting widget here would be the top elements widget that I would like to focus on. So this widget can give you the top elements, and these elements could be top keywords, top product groups, top calls, call ads, image ads, etc. So if you want to see the top items, like top sections that are available here, you can select them and sort them by metric, like cost, maybe sort them by cost, and also select the number of rows that you want to see. So that's how you can easily take a look at create your Google Ads report and analyze your account. And another interesting widget like that I would recommend is our data insight widgets and the PPC investigator. So this would give you a cost chart which will help you analyze like why my performance changed over a period of time. So these are the date ranges we are comparing. So we are asking system the question, why did my clicks change uh, when I compare last month with the previous period? So you will get a chart of this nature which will help you identify like clicks is dependent upon CTR, average CPC impressions, and impressions are further dependent on certain matrices. So you can easily drill down to the bottom and understand which metric is the root cause for the change in performance. Yeah, so this is how you can create a single account report, and if you're comfortable with this report, you can save it, preview it, and once you preview this report, you can take reporting actions on it. So that's how you can create one single account report. Now I'll quickly jump back to the next section, which is creating multi-account reports. Yeah, so to create a multi-account report, you just have to click on new custom template, multi-account. Just give it a name the same way we did for single account template, and you would be redirected to the new reporting designer. So I've already preloaded that as well. And this is a multi-account report demo template that I've already loaded. So I'll quickly walk you through what all options we have for multi-account platforms. And not only multi-account platforms, but you could also club and combine data from multiple platforms all at once, like Google Ads plus Microsoft plus Facebook data showing up in a single widget. So that is also possible. So I'll just quickly show you the multi-account widget part here. You have to click on add widget, and here you would see the number of options have increased. Like these are the multi-account widgets. So multi-account would be the example which I gave earlier. You can club performance from Google plus Microsoft plus Facebook, so you can do that using multi-account widgets. And this would give you data from multiple platforms like Amazon, Google Ads, Microsoft, and Facebook. So all four platforms, you can use this multi-account widget for that. Google Ads is only Google Ads specific. Same thing goes for Google Analytics. Microsoft Ads, you can report on them as well. For Facebook Ads, you can take a look at some interesting tables like campaign performance, account performance, performance by location, performance by time, KPIs, and you can also take a look at some interesting charts, add a pie chart, bar chart to show your Facebook performance, and also the interesting feature that we talked about in Google Ads reporting, the top element. So get a report on your top ad sets and top ads. That is also possible. And for Amazon, you can take a look at Amazon Insight tables, which can be customized further. So I have already added some widgets here, like performance widget for the analytics. So a quick thing here, like on the left hand side, you would also find the outline of this report. So if you want to quickly jump to a certain section, you can use this outline option here. And we also show you the platforms right next to the widget you are using. So this would denote Google Analytics, this would denote Facebook, Amazon. So you can easily understand which widget is for which platform. So right now we're taking a look at this Google Analytics widget performance widget. So you can go ahead and customize it from the left hand side, right hand side. If you want to add certain matrices, like you don't want to see goal conversion rate, you want to remove it and add anything else, you can add stats from the list of these options. And you can also change the overview of this. You want to see users and sessions and bounces, etc. So that type of customization is also possible. And as soon as I make any changes, you can see the apply changes option here. So this the way the dynamic insertion dynamic preview here works is like as soon as you make any changes, you would be redirected like do you want to apply the changes or not. So that's one interesting feature here in the dynamic preview for this report. Coming to, so I'll just say skip. And I'll come to the Facebook reporting widget that I have added, which is for performance by location. So this is giving me how different locations are performing for my Facebook account, and top elements for Facebook. This would give you the top ads for your Facebook, or maybe if you want, you can select top ad sets as well. And this is a reporting widget for Amazon. So we are seeing the campaigns, like how campaigns are performing with performance matrices like clicks, impressions, spends, etc. But you can add more items here as well, or you can change the report type to the various options that are available here. So you can customize that as well. So this was how you can easily add data from multiple platforms. Now I'll just quickly show you how you can club performances from different platforms. So for that, I'll jump to multi-account widget here, and I'll add multi-account KPI widget. And to compare performance against different platforms, you can do that as well. So for that, I'll use the multi-account performance compare widget. So to do that, we'll quickly add some report selectors so that I can compare the data. Okay, I'll add Microsoft Ads account. I'll add this one. Let's wait for it to get loaded. Yeah, I have added this in the CS selector 5, and I'll also add a date range, as this account doesn't have a lot of data. That's why I'll use a custom date range, which is quite big, 1st December 21 to 22. Yeah. And I'll quickly jump to the multi-account KPI widget here. This is where you can select multiple campaigns, like multiple selectors. So I have already selected Google Ads, but I'll also select the Bing one. And as soon as I click on apply, or this apply changes option here, the data that you see here would be Google Ads plus Microsoft. So let's wait for this page to get loaded. Okay, I'll also select the date range to be the bigger one because Microsoft won't have any data. So I'll select DR3 and these campaigns and apply, and wait for this to get loaded. And you can also select the currency here, like if they use different currencies, you can easily convert them as well. Like conversion would be taken care of it automatically, but if you want, you can select euros, USDs, and the list of various options here, so you can select that as well. So the data that you see here would be showing like combined data for Microsoft and Google Ads. So that's how you can use the multi-account KPI widget. And I'll also show you the multi-account performance compare as well. So date range, will select this one, and you can so this would divide it into two sections, like filter one. So I can say Google Ads, select Google Ads account here, and filter two, I can say Microsoft Ads, and pick the Microsoft Ads account here. And date range, if you want, you can set it to the same period, let's say last month in both the cases, if you want to compare performance across these two platforms over the last month. Yeah, so my Microsoft ad doesn't have any data, so that's why it's showing us zeros. But yeah, you can use this widget to easily compare data across multiple platforms. So that's how you use a multi-account reporting widget here, and you can save it, preview it, and like this is a sample template that I loaded earlier. So once you think that this report is okay for you, you can come back to this option here, like the main reporting page, and schedule the report. So once you add that report, the template would start appearing here, and you can view and schedule it, and you will be redirected to the same page that we saw earlier with the same reporting actions, such as setting the frequency, reporting format, editing email bodies, and advanced settings. So that's how you create an multi-account report from scratch in Optmyzr reporting. Now jumping back to our slides, we have already covered creating single account and multi-account reports. Now let's take a look at some interesting features in Optmyzr reports. And the ones that I wanted to talk about are like spreadsheet integration with Optmyzr, followed by the new addition of widgets like funnel chart and spend projection for Google Ads. Yeah, so before I go ahead with this spreadsheet integration widget, I just quickly want to show you one spreadsheet that I'll be using. So this is a sample spreadsheet I'm using, which has data like campaign name, ad group name, cost, clicks. So I'll just quickly show you how you can add the spreadsheet widget. You have to go under add widget, Google Ads, you will find it under tables, spreadsheet table, and you can also use the search option here. So that is also an option here that you can easily use. Spreadsheet table, and I have already added this here. So what you have to do here is just paste the link, the spreadsheet link here in this option, and the data would be populated here. So one quick benefit, like why this feature is interesting, is because let's say you go ahead and create certain report in rule engine, so you can fetch the data from rule engine which you had created using your own custom rules. Like if campaign has this much amount of clicks or this much amount of impressions, in that case I want to get a report, just an example. So you can fetch that data directly into Optmyzr reports. So that's why I just named it rule engine, and you just have to copy the spreadsheet link here and paste it here and apply. Yes, as you can see, the data is getting populated from the spreadsheet into our Optmyzr reports. So that's one quick way to integrate any report that you create from rule engine, or maybe any other custom report you might have on a spreadsheet. You can easily link it with Optmyzr report here as well, and send it out to your clients or to your colleagues, etc. So this was the first exciting update. Another exciting thing that you can try out is we have launched two new features for Google Ads reporting, and it's spend projection widget and the funnel widget. So I'll just quickly show you where you can find them. Add widgets, Google Ads, and these have been added under data insights, funnel chart, and spend projection. As I've already added them to the template, I won't be adding them again. So I'll click on cancel here. But yeah, this is how these widgets look like. So the first widget is the spend projection widget. We also have insight tool for spend projection under insight option here. This is the tool. So we have added a similar widget for this in the new reporting designer. So that's another benefit of the reporting designer. So this spend projection and funnel chart, these widgets have been added to the new reporting designer only and not the old one. So another reason that I would recommend using the new reporting designer is, like, any new feature, any new widget that we would launch would come in the new reporting designer only and not the old one. So that's why I would recommend that you should try out this new reporting designer. Coming back to spend projection, so what this widget will do is, this will take a look at your spending pattern for your account, and it will predict how you might spend at the end of the selected date range. Like let's say in this we have selected this month. So right now it's 6th December. So it will show me that, okay, on 1st December you had this much amount of spend. On 3rd December you had $23.31 or whatever currency you're using spend, and till date it's around 24.16. And if you go ahead, like in the future, like the future date ranges, for example December 8th, it would give us a projected spend. Like this is the projected spend your account is expected to spend. And it'll also give the minimum and maximum values, and you can quickly hover over to different date ranges that are possible and analyze how your spend has been projecting. So that's the spend projection widget here. Another addition is the funnel chart widget. So what this funnel chart widget does is, this will help you visualize performance of your account at various stages. So for example, in the date range selected, which is month before last, you have received these much amount of impressions, and out of these impressions you have got 3,000 clicks, and out of these 3,000 clicks you have got like approximately 0% conversions. The number is 69, but it's relatively close to 0%, so that's why it's showing as the 0% here. But yeah, that's how you can easily analyze, like how much what's your ad journey, like how much impressions you got, and out of those impressions how many converted. So you can use this funnel chart for that analysis here as well. So this was like the two new exciting updates. I'll quickly jump back to the slides again. So we are at the final section of our slides, and it is what's upcoming in Optmyzr. So Optmyzr reporting would soon start supporting GA4 properties. So as you all know that Google Analytics is moving on from UA to a new version of Google Analytics, which is GA4. So we will be adding support for these properties soon. That was one update. Another update is our team is working on a feed analysis widget here, which would give you an overview of how the attributes in your feed look like, and the essential data related to them. Like maybe let's say if there is a feed attribute, say brand, so how many products have that brand and how many are missing. on that attribute, uh, you will get insights like that using this widget. So that was all that I wanted to cover today. I hope this session was helpful. If you have any questions or queries, please feel free to reach out to us at support@optmyzr.com, and we would be happy to help you. Thank you and happy reporting.